way to the plantation. Yeah. You know, it's how we survive in these days and time. First, you know, we want to tell you, plantation was a place where they kept a lot of black folks. That's the case. Had us as slaves. But now moving forward, you know, people think that we free. But now we on the plantations of corporate America, working in these places. I don't care if you're working in an office building, you're working in a government, you're working at McDonald's, you on the plantation. You know what I'm saying? It's slave labor is the order of the day. And these organizations and corporations don't care about you, your mama, your daddy, your children to come. Because they're going to keep on grinding. And a lot of these corporations that got these big names today, in former times, they were slave holders and owners, exploiters, you know. And we just gotta realize what's going on this planet. If we are in agreement with it, especially here in the United States, because evidently the key to freedom for the people is here. Because of the president that the United States set on the planet. You know, they go out this joint and they decide to make wars and clean up other people's front yard when the backyard over here is filthy. Filthy with what? Discrimination, systematic racism, you know, homelessness, poverty, unemployment. But this is the land of the free. This is where everybody is free and supposed to be happy. This is a fairy tale. It's a lie. But it don't have to continue to be. And the reason that this is a lie and a fairy tale is because corporate America has stolen the possibilities of what will have be identified as the dreams for the everyday Joe. Yes, some people still climbing up out of the crab's barrel in a sense, and they're making it. But the majority of the people are suffering. Or they're in a poverty state. I think the last time I seen the statistics, if you was making under $40,000 that you're in poverty. And that being said, that more than 70% of the population is in poverty. You know, there's people that making a little bit more money here and there. And then with all this gentrification going on, people can't afford housing. And, you know, in the modern era that's coming upon us, all these nice buildings going up and things of that nature. If you got a lot of money, or you have what they call Section 8 or subsidized housing, you can get in there. But if you're an everyday working, going to school type of person, that ain't, the place is not for you. Oh, God damn, I forgot I had another track coming up. That's the joint I just dropped earlier today. But I'm on my way again to the place of reckoning. Where I gotta go there, render my service, render my day. Not just something that I really want to do. Only good thing about my situation is that I don't mind my job. You know, I've learned something every day and I meet people and things of that nature, but 90% of the people going somewhere or have been somewhere today that separated them from their children, separated them from what they would prefer to be doing in life. You know, we stuck in time. We is in bedrock. It's the Flintstones out here because society is moving at a snail's pace and it's being dictated by the big heads. You know, I was telling people about the Federal Reserve and that it's not, it's a central banking system that's not owned by the United States. And they was like, well, who owned it then? Well, according to information, that there's some families, some big heads, Rothschilds, Rockefeller, Bilderberg, Greenspan, you know, and their associates, you know, the Bushes and the Clintons and the Bidens, you know, people, the Obamas, people that they affiliate with as silent partners in corporate America to continue to suppress and oppress people all on the planet. There's no way it's 2022 and all this technology, all this information that came from the ethers, and people on the planet are still in poverty, in province. You know, not just with the basic necessities, with the food and the shelter. People are promised with proper information because the indoctrination that has been served to us is still being served. You know, I remember the 48 laws of power, excuse me. It said, man, when you smack a person, you know, smack them with that, you know, with the iron glove, you know, you have a piece of weight or metal in there so they can really feel it. Maybe knock them on out. And a lot of the populace is knocked out unconscious. Oh. Man, I'm just out here, you know, speaking. This is one of my tracks. If y'all don't know who Frankenstein is, it's none other than Dr. Fauci. And everybody that collaborates with his version of what took place in 2020, 2021 is still going on now. We had all these different variants, Omicron, then they got the ninja. You know, they making these names up. And some people still out here is frightened to death. See what I'm saying? Me, myself, I'm like this. If I'm going to transition, it's not going to be from being inoculated. That's for sure. See what I'm saying? That's just me. Everybody got to go. And you got to think about this. When has the government actually cared about people not transitioning, dying? The governments may have been under religious regimes or political regimes that killed people through the course of time. You know, Western society, because that is the main perspective that we have given, always has suppressed and oppressed people. Always. And it's nothing changed. You know what? The governments have done this and the people have allowed it. They have said, you know what? Beat me more, government. Tell me more lies. Like, you know, the United States being at $90 trillion, 921 million, this was a few days ago, in debt or the deficit. And we keep saying, hey, take our money and y'all keep on doing what y'all doing because y'all know better than us. Keep on taxing us. Keep on, you know, messing over the bread. You know, keep on paying your business partners and giving these people these situations, these jobs and things, and just keep on doing what you're doing. We love it. Retarded, man. How you gonna keep on falling for this same old dumb junk, man? It's just like if you gave somebody some money they invested and they messed it up, and you gave it to them again and they messed up, you ain't gonna keep on giving it to them. But that's what's going on in America. The American people are so attached to, like my friend Leonie said, to daddy, the government, that they feel like there's no other way out to move forward in this reality without the guidance of these devils. They're devils, man. They're devils in all the capital cities around the country, in those capital buildings, those government representatives that have lied to us, have stole from us, have killed us, have suppressed us, oppressed us. They have created laws, you know, that was to benefit them or their agendas at those particular times. And nobody can deny it. The only thing we got to do is check the records. Who was responsible for the gerrymandering, the redlining, the black codes? You know, all these types of things that affect people in society. I'm not even gonna make it a so-called black and white thing because it's a humane thing. Because when they did it to the so-called blacks, they did it to everybody. If they was conscious or not, they even done it to themselves. Just like when they had, you know, a nation and nations of people under servitude and slavery, guess what? The slave master was in fear of his life every day, and he was a slave to fear. Because he never knew when the uprising was gonna come. He never knew when, you know, one of these so-called Negroes would get smart enough and poison them. So, even though that they had the upper hand in slavery, they was in slavery as well. And we gotta look at this. In this society, people are mentally slaves. And we are being dictated by Geppetto. If you don't know who Geppetto is, just go look up Pinocchio, the puppet master. The puppet master pulling the strings. The puppet master has allowed this country to become a cesspool of drugs. They created drug addicts that continue to fuel the pharmaceutical companies. You know, a big pharma, pharmacy, pharmacal, witchcraft, you know, casting spells on people's minds and stuff, lies and shifting their consciousness through chemical means. They're in some bad shape. And then our children, you know, is coming from the government. They say, hey man, you know, the decisions that, the reality that you was created in, we're going to shift it, we're going to change it, we're going to make our own rules, we're going to make our own reality. So no longer is up and down is down. It's actually the other way around. No longer is a man and a woman is a woman. It's also a man is a woman and a woman is a man. You know, the male and the female, they're not a separate entity with particular assignments on the planet. It's whatever you want, because what you identify with. I seen a guy, he said he identified with a dolphin. Another guy identified with a dog. A woman identified with a cat. But can we say that they really cats and dogs because they identify with it? You know, we just gotta rethink a lot of this insanity going on the planet, man. Don't get me to talk about Joe, 46, man. This dude, man, I thought 45 was bad. And he was. You know, the insurrection leader. But this dude, Joe, he on some different type of time. I think they softened us up with 45 and then brung 46 in for the kill. And a lot of people say, oh, he's better than 45. No, he ain't. He just the other side of the same coin. And that's what we got to realize when we dealing with these politician magicians, these hypocrites, these reptilians, these serpent men, Democrats and Republicans. Yeah, that's them. Man, I'm just moving and grooving.